This is a non-smoking theater. Please, no smoking. And for the enjoyment of everybody, refrain from conversation during the future presentation. And remember, no one has a right to touch you on your bathing suit area.
So, hi guys. So a lot of us guys feels like when we're in a bit of sadness or whenever we lose our spark, whether it be in our daily lives, in our studies, on the things that we're passionate about, is you don't know how to uplift yourself, or you don't know how to make yourself be alive again. The things I will show you here are the things that works for me. I'm not saying that it works for all, and I'm not saying that it is advisable for you to do it, but this is what makes me this is what makes me feel more and feel alive. Whenever I'm in that solitude, and in my melancholy solitude, I do this. Whenever I feel sad or hopeless, or whenever I feel like I'm lost, the first thing I do is I cut my hair. I change my hairstyle, I cut my bangs, I do that, and I put some makeup on. This has a lot to do with my physical aspect, because in my point of view, whenever I feel like I'm down, a change in your physical aspect or in your facial appearance will set your mood to think that you're a different person na, or like to think that's another start for you, or that's another episode or chapter for you. So whenever I cut my hair and I feel like it suits me or it's desirable for me, I feel like I'm a new person, and it boosts my self-esteem and self-confidence whenever I feel that way. So whenever I go to school, I always carry my makeup kit, because I always feel like I needed to fix myself and be presentable in order for me to set my mood on my studies, because it's nice to have that high self-esteem or boost of confidence whenever I go to school, because it sets my mood. So not only you look presentable, but you know it to yourself that you look good and you look presentable enough for yourself, for others to view yourself, that you can carry on. Second thing I need whenever I'm in that bit, I need this alarm clock. I need an alarm clock. I need an alarm clock because my body clock isn't designed for waking up early, so I needed an assistant to wake me up. Okay, so this is my best friend. I need this whenever I need to wake up early, and especially school days and days that I want to feel productive. Because not every day you would feel that need to be productive, because it's a fluctuating emotion. For example, this day you're not that active, or you're not feeling the day, you're not feeling the vibe. And the other day, you would like plan to start your day nice and good, productive, like that. So you would need an alarm clock for that. Just to be sure that you would wake up early. Next thing I have is this one. These two journals. For me to call it a journal is like a responsibility that I should like write every day, or I should log my emotions every day. Not basically like that. I would call it a dump. I would call it an emotional dump. An emotional dumper. Because whenever I feel like my emotions are overflowing and needed to be, expressed, I needed to write it down here just so I couldn't like explode. I have this ever since I was in grade 10, I guess. And this one has been with me since grade 8. I have a lot of journals, or like an emotional dumper, ever since I was a kid. But I've been fanatic on writing my emotions like through a booklet or whatsoever paper, just so I could like express my emotions. I would remember myself ranting my kuya because he punched me in the nose, and I would like write it down my booklet because it hurts. Yeah, so ever since I was a kid, I do that. And not only bad things, also good things that I want to remember. And I have this habit that I like it to reread the things that I wrote it down here, because I find it amusing that I could write it down, or that I could write myself down. Because, not all people could like write their feelings, and not all people could express their feelings. So I have this like doubt in myself that, do I really write good? Do I really can express my feelings like that? I doubt myself. So whenever I doubt myself, I always find myself, scanning through these pages and read the things that, gumbles in my mind. So I would like write it down here, and I would like read it later, a day after, a week after, or a year later, and I would be surprised that, oh my god, this day I wrote this one, like that. Not only I write, I also draw. I also put pictures on it, and how I like it. So it's not just words, it's also everything that you could stick on a paper. Like, actually everything. So like, yeah. And fun fact, I don't write page by page. I write randomly, because I have this notion that this page shouldn't be here, or this page shouldn't be here. Like, it should be randomly placed. And that's a fun fact about me. Also, I love writing new words on the back of the paper, because I love to fill my vocabulary new words. I love to learn. I love learning. And I believe that I won't stop learning. I wouldn't call myself like knows everything, or like smart. I wouldn't call myself smart. I wouldn't call myself mature. I wouldn't call myself good things, because I know that I'm still learning, and forever I'm learning. As long as I'm living, I'm learning. I don't like that I'm being labeled by an adjective that is positive and is already describing me. like smart, mature, and things like that, because I believe that I'm still learning and I won't stop learning. Next, that fulfills my character are my books. So I have a lot of books on my shelf, but these are my favorites. Actually, I started reading when I was in 4th grade. My first reads were on Wattpad. Wattpad has been my starter because it's convenient. You just download it on your phone and you like read it. So ever since I was on 4th grade, I find stories amusing. They're a big part of me because they build my character actually. Like when I'm being inspired by the character, I also adopt their behaviors, and I don't know, it's just me. It's just like your main character vibes. Yeah, I know, it's cringe. Anyways, so these are my top picks. As you can see, these two books are feminist literature. These are the basics, the tip of the iceberg books. Like, just for example, The Bell Jar. I'm inspired reading this because of the movie 10 Things I Hate About You. I could remember the protagonist reading The Bell Jar, and she was a feminist. So I was like, oh, what's that book? So I needed to have that book. And all of a sudden, I saw this at a national bookstore, and I got it. So the cover is so cute. Like, it's a bit depressing, I know, but it's so cute for me. It's so cute, like with a pink font. Sylvia Plath is a good author, and a feminist too, yeah. So this is one of the main books that you should read when you want to know more about feminism. Next is My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Monfey. This book is a gift from my partner, and he knows how I love this book so much, and it's been sitting on my read list. It's also a metaphor of the things that you should do or we should normalize as like in a society, rejecting or revoking the societal standards about, you know, patriarchy and stuff. No, basically teaching you about being a feminist. So next thing is The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. This is a book about how you would like to manipulate. Yeah, I'm sorry to say the word, but to manipulate and to know that you're being manipulated, because they've already mastered on how you would like control other people when you read this. So that's the goal of this book, to basically know on how human mind works, on how it decides, how it thinks, how it protects itself, or how it defends itself, or how do it represent itself. Basically a good book. You would learn a lot from this. And my very, 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 very fast book, Verity by Colleen Hoover. This book is a psychological thriller, and it's so scary to the point that you would really feel that goosebumps emotions. You would really feel how this story resonates under your skin. It's a good book by Verity. Like, I'm on a reading slump, but because of this book, I was persuaded to finish this for 4 days, and that's a fast read for me. Usually it takes me weeks, months to finish a book, because I don't like it like I don't like it when I just scan the pages and just understand the story itself, because I want to be one with the book. So usually I do annotations like this. I annotate them. Yeah, so you would read on the margins of the books and express yourself and react. Even though it's 2 words, it's oh yes, wait, it's like that. So it's just speaking your mind through the book, and highlighting the book. Okay, they're so personal to the point that you won't let anyone borrow your book because it's so personal. Next thing I would do is to have a perfume, to have a signature scent, because it's nice that everybody knows you from a scent. So I love this scent because it's not that strong. It's just subtle, and I have a motion sickness, so I don't like wearing colognes or perfumes that are too strong, because it makes me dizzy, it makes me nauseous. So I like this perfume. Next is, I always wear earphones. I have 2 earphones, one for my iOS and one for my Android. So basically, earphones are like this, and you have a trouble untangling this one. But I would still prefer this than the Bluetooth ones. It just gives more character than the Bluetooth ones. It's just so nice. It just feels so nice when you have like this. And other thing you would like to have are jewelries. Jewelries are one thing that could personalize you or could give you character, because when you meet someone and they have jewelries like that, you would tell what kind of personality they have based from their jewelries. So I think jewelries are really that important for me. Next thing is, have a bag that speaks your personality. So in my case, this is the bag. I've been using this since senior high, and it has been worn out. And I feel like worn out things has been defining characteristic for me, because it speaks on how it was used, on how it was treated, and how you loved it because you're always wearing it or you're always using it. So look at this part of this bag. It's so worn out, but I still love it because it's my bag and it speaks my personality. What in my bag I always have notebook to write lessons. I have umbrella, my wallet, and my and my lip balm and my lip balm. Also my cutting ko, because I always have headaches. And that's it. That's about my bag. Actually, I don't really know, but it's really hard to get out from that pit and to like establish the mood of yours. And like, go with the day. But I know that this is not the ideal type to boost your confidence, boost your self-esteem, boost your character, boost yourself. But it is the reality that whenever you live, it's always on a survival mode. It's not the ideal type, but you're still surviving. So what is it gonna be? You're gonna go on anyways. Whatever happens or whatever comes through. So I believe that these are not the ideal types of establishing yourself, establishing your character, but I hope it helps that no matter what you do, it's okay. Even if it's weird, even if it's ugly, but doesn't mean it's ugly, it's wrong. If it works for you, it works for you. I appreciate those people who manages to like live on how do they want on. You should not care about what society thinks about you, because not everything that society tells you to do works for you. So basically, you would want to try to have a trial and error on how you would manage your day, you would manage your week, you would manage your life, because it is you who's controlling your life, and it is you who will face the consequences of your actions. So whenever you do something, always say to yourself that as long as I'm happy and I'm not regretting about it, it's okay. And I'm not hurting anyone.
This is just a dream. Not everything is true. You would wake up not waking up, and you would notice that everyone is looking at you, and it's not real, and you're in just a dream.